Hey everyone, this is Mr. Murphy with the first official weekly update for biology. It's super warm out, so hopefully people are doing their best to stay cool, not having too many power outages. But hopefully by the actual week when you watch this, most of that is gone. Please do watch this or read the actual update before you mark the assignment is done, just so that in the future there's never a time when a parent calls me and says, well, my parent or my student doesn't quite know what's going on in the class, and I say, oh, that's funny, they've marked every single weekly update and they marked it really fast, so did they read it? Just because that leads to some awkward questions for you, and I would prefer that not to be the case for any of you. Plus I want you to know what's going on. So this week, first of all, we're going to do the typical meeting thing. Our Monday meeting will be about going over the syllabus, so we'll go over in more detail what the class will be like. We'll be talking about a couple more biology concepts as much as we get the time, and there will be a daily question, as there will also be on Wednesday and on Thursday, Friday. So on day 1, day 2, day 3. Those, I believe, I've scheduled them to release a little bit before the day. Like, the Monday one is set to release on Sunday evening, and people can do it until Tuesday, and so forth. So that'll give you a little bit of extra time and flexibility, and I'll try to put up as many of the assignments and such early as possible, so that if you choose to work on them early, you can. So that's the Monday, Tuesday with the meeting on the syllabus. We have on Wednesday a thing for you to do on your own, as tradition dictates, I suppose. And that thing in this case will be a little bit of work on the basic scientific method concepts. I know many of you know them. I'm going to see if I can find an interesting interactive to go along with that, because my normal way of doing it doesn't work this year, and that's kind of the one thing I have not planned, and that's the remainder of my day today is planning that. So that's on Wednesday. And then on day 3, Thursday, Friday, whichever one is yours, we're having a meeting on the tech tools that this class uses. And we will talk a little bit more about the scientific method, but go into the parts that often people do not talk about, or often people kind of forget, the subtleties. So we'll do that. And also, hopefully, that's the day when I would like to light a fire back here in the backyard, in an appropriate kind of fire pit washing. Actually, it's over there. You can see it next to the barbecue pit. There's an old wash basin I plan to light a fire in, and I'll use that to talk about the scientific method, and also just show you, if you're at all curious, how to light a fire with real flint and steel plus what we call char cloth. So that's that meeting on day 3. Like I said, each day has that daily question. There is an overall homework piece throughout the week. After day 1, I'm going to tell you, hey, now it's your turn to go and talk about the syllabus with your parent or guardian instead of with me. And then you'll turn that assignment in. There's all kinds of instructions, but it boils down to take a picture with your parent or guardian holding up a sign that says, hey, we looked at the syllabus. High five, do whatever you want. This also lets me see what your parent or guardian looks like. If they're camera shy, I'm sure we can figure something out. But it's kind of neat to actually see parent faces. I'm also having a meeting with your parents at the end of the week, or at least I've sent out an optional meeting link. So maybe double check, make sure your parents got the meeting link through Parent Square, but they should have. Is there anything else? There is an assignment for the weekend at the end of this week, which is to join the technology tools that we talk about in the day 3 meeting. And I think that's really all the stuff. There's no big unit things. Most units we have like a study guide. Most units we have some vocabulary diagrams, but we're not really into the main units yet. That'll start after a little while. We've been told not to really start content until after this week. And not only that, but I tend to do fire ecology first. So we'll do fire ecology as a unit 0, and then we'll get into doing the typical study guide things. So if you're like, that's weird, I haven't been given a study guide this week, don't worry, that's cool, you're good. You are not going to be tested in the same way you'll be tested on other stuff, however that turns out to be, for the Unit 0 fire ecology stuff. So you don't need that kind of study guide. It's more project-based and research-based. So that's all I have to say. Have fun. Hopefully all of you are doing well, and don't die. See you around.